Hey adventurers, and welcome to another video from the Steve Adventure Academy. And today we are looking into the butterfly tax. Now what have we got here? Well, this here is a loaner from one of the friends of the channel, and frankly, terrific human being. Thank you, Nick NBEDC. And so Nick has succumbed to the allure of the Benchmade, and through a local vendor was able to acquire this beauty and lent it to the channel in order for us to see if we get bitten by the bug. I think he was specifically hoping to see if we hate it as much as we hate the dreaded PM2. And we do hate this knife quite a bit. So rather than drag it out, let's talk about the do's, don'ts, pros and cons. And basically, it's not going to be a full review because you've probably seen those all over the interweb for Benchmades. But we're going to talk about this little beauty. Now, let's see if we can get this right. This knife is in S30V and is the Benchmade 945BK-1, I think. Now, what's fun about this? Well, everybody probably... Well, I don't know anyone that doesn't enjoy the Osborne design. Now, if you like it when it's, if you like a small knife, this one is kind of small insofar as what the channel normally is interested in. But, if you hold it closer to the camera, it's huge. It's coming right for us. And so this is a fun piece. It does have the blue anodizing. If you follow the channel, you know that our favorite color is camouflage. Blue, but it's really nicely done. Benchmade does a terrific job with their anodizing. The inside of the scales are quite nice. The barrels are both blue and, frankly, they really match. Blue can be a difficult color to anodize the same, and Benchmade does a great job with their anodization, maintaining that consistency of color around the piece and between pieces. So it's really well done. And this is everything that you would expect from Benchmade. It works really well. It's on phosphor bronze, and it is just silly. The only thing stopping that blade from falling is me messing around with the, I think they call it the crossbar lock. Is that the patented name? I know the patent's expired. Don't bother in the comments, but this thing is just silly. Now, things it doesn't do, it's really hard to spidey flick because you got to kind of pinch it on the top here, and then you got to kind of hold your mouth just right. And, oh, no. Yeah, it's just on the small side. It doesn't like to be spidey flicked. There we go. We finally got it in the end. And I love to spidey flick with the old signaling finger. Always wave when you're driving with all 5 fingers. But the thumb flick, it's just so nice. It's drop shutty. The blade actually kind of clacks if I hold the bar lock down. It kind of clacks as it's hitting twice because it's so smooth. The fit and finish, what are you going to do? The shape of the clip is controversial. I don't like it. I'm a little surprised that Benchmade still hasn't shaved an edge or made an alteration, but perhaps it's intentional. In every case, it works really well. It's oversprung like cold steel, but as someone that carries cold steel, complaining about clip tension is really not an issue. And what you can do is remove the clip entirely from the knife. Don't fool around with it on the knife. Take it off. It's worth the extra effort. You clamp this portion in the vise, and you make small adjustments to this side until it just barely touches the scale. You can see mine hovers just above the scale. See if we can get the old beard contrast to give you the visual you need. So once the clip is properly adjusted, and I mean to the nth degree, then the clip opens up enough to really clip on to your waistband, and it's just a really nice piece. But as you can see, if you're friends of the channel, and if you're here, you probably are friends of the channel, cold steel large Recon 1 versus 945BK-1. It's a bit on the tiny side. But it really is all the knife you need. It fits in the pocket really nicely. I would have adjusted this pocket clip if it were mine, with a little bit less tension, making it a little bit more user-friendly. The steel is really nice. I love the blade profile. The way it's kind of stacked up here a little bit with the swedge is just super nice. It gives you at least the illusion that the tip is going to be reinforced. by having extra material there. I love the swedge in the back. I love that the spine is a little bit, it's close to sharp. You could probably scrape a fire steel with it, mess up this finish, but it's just a crazy good knife. And truthfully, we do kind of hate it because it's a little on the small side for our hand. So the way I'm measuring that is if I hold the knife in a spot where I would thumb flick it, it's really still in the palm. So there's a lot of finger wrap to try and get that done. It's not hard to keep the fingers out of the way. You're closing it, but it's just a little bit on the small side. Even if it were 10% larger, I think that that would be a real win. You don't need a larger knife. It's just nice to have a larger knife. And again, we're probably used to knives that are a little bit too big, particularly when you consider what's in our pockets right now. And so, do we like the knife? Absolutely. Is it worth the butterfly tax? Gosh. That was a lot of exhaling. It might be. It might be. It might be. However, S35VN, essentially the same style handle material. The lock strengths, some people say the Benchmades are on par, so, but let's say they are. Similar clip or clip issues. You can get this in a smaller size and save yourself a couple of dollars, but in the most expensive livery, the Cold Steel Recon 1 is still almost half of what this guy is. And if we look at dimension, well, it's almost half as much knife. So if you're paying by the inch, you're paying quite a bit for the Benchmade. Now, fit and finish. Is the walk and talk of the Benchmade better than the Cold Steel? It is a little bit. It may be a lot bit. Is it a better knife? It doesn't cut better. But golly, these Benchmades are nice. It's so hard to even talk about them. Like, what do you say? Like that G10 is so well machined. It's got such a great, just the feeling of quality in your hand. And the smoothness of these phosphor bronze washers is just, come on. Like even the loathed PM2 is not like that. It's just so well done. So you're going to make your own determinations. And we are hopeful that just having access to the ability, look at it, hear it, see how drop shutty this is. I mean, really, that's just stupid. Does anybody need a knife that smooth? No lock rock at all. Like, it's just so good. So maybe the tax is worth it, but that's up to you. And so in every way and on every day, we hate the Osborne. We love the design, but we kind of hate it too. You know why we do. So we hope that you'll stay sharp, and thanks for watching. If you've got an extra second, please hit the subscribe button. Our subscriber count is climbing ever so gently. We appreciate that, particularly with the recent hiatus. But we'll get back on that pony and ride. So, from all of us to all of you, special thanks to Nick, EDC, NB. We appreciate it. Take care.